Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Vickie with VJ Designs. Today I'm going to do another prompt from Mommy Guide Ink for Stash Timber. This is prompt number 6, using a stamp and a stencil. And it doesn't matter what stamp or what stencil. It doesn't have to be something you haven't used. It's just using them together. And also what I'm going to try, because I have not done this before, is use this Distress Texture Paste. It's brand new. The only thing I've taken out it is I put my putty knife in here just to make sure that it was still good. I've had it a while, so it seems to be fine. So I'm going to try and make a textured background with this stencil, and it will take a while to dry, so I will have to probably put a couple videos together, but so I'm not going to make you wait for the drying process. But what I wanted to try, which I've seen somebody do, because I don't want just white. This is probably way too much. We'll start with this much. And I got my gold, this Deco Art metallic gold paint out, and it's not really mixed up really well, but so I poured some out just to see. And you can see I have a pretty good amount here. So I am going to add some of that to it. We may just end up with a hot mess here, but it might be okay. I don't know if the metallic will actually show if I do this. I am quite an amateur at this, as you can probably tell. This is kind of fun. It's kind of like, you know, yeah, I don't think that metallic is really going to show. So that's okay. At least it's, you know, a little different color. So let's just take some of this, start. Like I said, I have not done this before, so this is something new for me. I've wanted to try this because obviously I got the texture paste because I wanted to do it. I've had this probably 6 months at least. And this is probably not the right knife to use for this. That's right. It works. And I'm getting it on my mat. Okay. All right. I'm not going to put that back in my jar. I don't want to contaminate what's in there. So we'll leave it nice and white. And I think I'm going to move this because I will stick my hand in it. And I will move move this as well. This is I laminated some cardstock. I've had card workshops in a local community center. I didn't do any this year, but my friend and I typically would do several during the summer, and because she's gone during the winter. And the last couple of years we really haven't done it, so we'll just pull this up. Oh, look at that. I like it. See if I can move this so I can clean that off. Okay. So that is going to have to dry. I'm going to set it aside to dry. And so now the stamp that I want to use with that is this. And I don't think that's big enough. I use this piece because I'm going to fussy cut around it, and I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut, but I like this stamp. Again, this is a stamp set from Mindless Crafting. They have beautiful stamps, photopolymer stamps. So I will stamp this out a couple times. And then I will color it. I am not a colorist by any imagination. I am not. I can color things, but I don't stay in the lines. Well, I can if it's painstaking for me to stay in the lines, but I think I will go ahead and stamp out like 3 of these. And then color them in. And I will fussy cut around them. I wish some of her stamps had the dies, but they don't. That's all right. But I won't put you through that watching me fussy cut. So I will blend a couple videos together. And let's see here. We do this on here? I don't think so. So just get another piece of paper and stamp. And I have a Misty, but I'm not going to drag it out. And quite honestly, the Misty doesn't work that well on this table. This is one of those portable 4-foot tables. And it has too much give. So when I use my Misty, I have to take it out to my kitchen island where there's or my table, where I have a solid surface. Okay, so I'm going to color these. I'm going to let that background dry, and then I'll be back for part 2. Okay, so the background is dry, and I used this stencil, and I cannot tell you where I got it. I've had it for a while, and I'm sorry, I don't know where it came from. If somebody else knows, please tell me. But I like it a lot. I cleaned it up really good the other day because it was quite a mess, and I need to take it in and scrub it again. But anyway, and then I used this texture paste and from Tim Holtz, and I also used a little metallic gold in there, but you couldn't see the metallic. It just turned it this color, so that's fine. I didn't really want it to be white, so that's great. So it's all dry now, so I'm just going to glue this down. Now I've had my glue in here sitting for probably a couple hours, and it just comes right out. Love it. Okay, so we'll just glue this right down to my card base. I really like that texture. I need to use more of that. So that's pretty fun. I love that texture. So I said I was going to fussy cut these flowers out, which I did. It took me a while, but there they are. And I'm going to glue these two down, and then I'm going to put this one on dimensionals. And then I have this sentiment that was in this stamp set. It's called Do What You Love, Love What You Do. And I just put a little mat of lavender behind that. So I think I use a lot of purple. I am team purple. If you know Craft Roulette, there's 2 main teams, Team Orange or Team Purple. I'm definitely on Team Purple. And we have people that are Team Teal, Team Rainbow, you know, but I am definitely Team Purple. So here we go. I'm going to glue this down. Not very good at putting this on these pinpoint places, but we'll get it. Put this down like this. Okay, I also wanted to mention that in the coloring, I used these Olo pens that I got at Paperganza. They gave us a sample of 3 different ones. I love these pens. These are the only ones that I have. We got this one. Let's see. This is, I'm not sure, this, you could get another color and probably just screw it in here on the other side, but this is quite the system they have. This is a chisel. I tried using it to color one of the flowers, and it was really, really dark, and couldn't use the chisel and all that great, so for this particular project. So these two, I'm using BV 1.2 and 1.1, and they're very pretty colors. And these Olo markers, oh my gosh, they're making a believer out of me. They're great. They're very smooth. I mean, color is beautiful. And then for the leaves, I used my Tombow marker, number 126. And I just flat out colored these leaves. And then I took my my watercolor pen and touched the end of it and did these leaves a little, made them a little bit lighter color. I didn't want them to be all the same color. So those are the materials that I used for these, just so you know. I'm really loving Lala's challenge for stash timber. Unfortunately, I probably won't, well, I know I won't be able to participate in the rest of the month because I'll be recuperating for my surgery. So, rotator cuff surgery on the 9th. By the time you see this, I will have had it. So, no crafting for a while. Okay, on this one, I'm going to do dimensionals. And this one's going to be a little harder because of the small areas, but I do have these small dimensionals that I got. I can't remember where I got them. And I'm not going to worry about doing every single piece. I do want to get out as far as I can. I might have to cut one of these in half, which you can do. Put in the smaller areas. And let's see. Just about out of these, and I can't remember where I got. Let's see. Well, it's interesting because I'm almost out of these, and I got a little packet of goodies from Chelsea at Inky Stamper because I won a drawing. She sent me a whole sheet of these. She didn't know. So, thank you, Chelsea. How cool is that? Anyway, it's taken me a while to get through these. So, because for my larger items, I always use this. And this you get at the Dollar Tree. And you've heard me mention this before, maybe not. You get that at the Dollar Tree, or $1.25 tree it is, I guess, now. And it's in the automotive section. It's not in the crafting section. So, yeah. I don't know why, but... and they're called mounting tape, I believe. That's what they call it. So, okay, so let's get this on. Like I said, it's not going to have every inch covered, but the main part will be. And as I'm sure you all know, when you put dimensions on something, you run the possibility of it not being able to go through that 1/4 inch slot they put all the mail through. So it just depends on how high you put your dimensions. I've run these through before they do go through, if you don't do it any higher than these. But then if they do, they will charge you for a package, which is quite a bit more. Okay, so this one I think I'm just going to go ahead and put down here. I mean, look how pretty that is. And that dimension just really adds to it. And then I went ahead and prepared this sentiment. So I'm just going to put it on dimensions also, because it's just screaming for it, I think. Well, maybe not screaming. It might be hollering or yelling very loudly. Just gives a little more interest, I think, but and this card is almost done. We're almost done with it. And this is, like I said, it's Mommy Guide ink. Mommy Lala, she's doing Stash Timber this month. And she is promoting using what you have in your stash. Things that you've bought, that you have not used yet, that you've had for a long time. Things that you've just been afraid to try. Forgotten items. I actually forgot that I had this till somebody was using it the other day, and I'm like, oh, I need to use that before it all dries up. And that's what will happen if you let it go too long. So then I just cut a mat to put here on the inside. And you can stamp another sentiment in here if you want to, or just leave it blank. A lot of times I just leave my cards blank. I do sell cards in a local community center, and most of them are blank, just so people can put in them what they want to. But this is a beautiful card. And I will put my stamp on the back. And there you go. So this is her Stash Timber prompt number 6, using a stamp with a stencil. And I took it one step further and used texture paste, which I have not used before. So there you go. Completed card. And thank you so much for coming and visiting and spending time with me. And I pray that you have a great day, and please click that like button and make me a nice comment, and we will see you soon. Bye.